I think if we had a 90% vaccination rate, I wouldn't have had to cancel the tour.
So I think
would still be working.
I disagree with what he just said about 90. If we got to 90% vaccination rate, and why I think I think it's that kind of wrong science that is fueling a lot of the animosity people have towards each other. So I think a lot of people are thinking if these asshole people would just get vaccinated, we could get out of this faster and we could go back to our normal life, which is what I thought too, which is why I got vaccinated. But now I'm finding out that vaccinated or not, everyone is likely to get COVID-19 at some point. Okay. So you're going to get it likely whether you're vaxxed or not. Sit down, brace yourself. This is from the Orange County Register. We're all going to get COVID-19 even if we're fully vaccinated. The idea that we're going to live our lives without ever getting it is a fantasy and a dangerous one, said Andrew Neumer, an epidemiologist and demographer at UC Irvine. A lot of people just don't understand that. We're all going to get it. Dr. Bruce Patterson, a virologist and CEO, counts himself among the 90% of infectious disease and virology experts who believe COVID will become endemic, meaning it will hang around indefinitely like the flu. COVID is here to stay. We're not going to eradicate it. 10 years from now, there's still going to be COVID, Dr. Neumer said. In fact, the WHO says it won't ever be eradicated. Global health experts expect COVID-19 to circulate and mutate in a similar way to the flu. So that means it will be here forever. And even Joe Biden's director of COVID response, former, said that given Delta's contagiousness, now we have Omicron, which is way more contagious, the fitness of the future mutations in order to beat it, this means SARS-CoV-2 will be contagious enough that everyone will get the virus. So we're all going to get the virus. And what we tell people here, if you feel like you are vulnerable to the virus, you should get vaccinated. And because it will prevent you from serious disease or illness most of the time, not all the time. So that's what we tell people. Now, the big reason the only reason I can see why you would want someone else to get vaccinated is because you would think we could vaccinate our way out of this pandemic, and we can't. Now, everyone agrees with that now. You can't vaccinate. And that's what Dr. Robert Malone said on this show a couple of months ago when he said you can't vaccinate your way out of a pandemic like this, and you can't do it with a leaky vaccine. And what does a leaky vaccine mean? That means that even if you get vaccinated, you can still transmit the virus and you can still contract it. And in fact, this is what the FDA says. This is from November 21st. Last time I looked it up. It says, does the vaccine stop the spread of the disease? It says most vaccines that protect from viral illnesses also reduce transmission of the virus that causes the disease by those who are vaccinated. While it is hoped this will be the case, the scientific community does not yet know if the Pfizer-BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine will reduce such transmission, and that's from the FDA.gov. So if you're going to get the virus anyway, we're all going to get it. And it doesn't stop transmission according to the FDA, but we're all going to get it anyway. So no one denies that we're likely to all get it anyway, and that it's going to be endemic, meaning forever. And an adult gets the flu twice every 10 years. So we'll probably be getting it like that. So that would be why scientifically I'm totally against mandates. I'm not against the vaccine. And if you feel like if vulnerable populations should all be was out, once Robert Malone explained that on this show, that you can't vaccinate your way out of it. And in fact, the most vaccinated countries on earth are having some of the biggest virus outbreaks, right? Look at, I can't think of that country. That country that just canceled Christmas. They're 100% vaccinated, and they just canceled Christmas. We saw what happened with Iceland, same thing. Israel, they had huge outbreaks. So, and they call them breakthrough cases, which other people just call them cases. So if the vaccine, if you could still get it, still transmit it, and we're all gonna get it, and you can also get protection if you natural immunity once you get it, because tens of millions of people have already had it in the United States, and now they have natural immunity. And they're saying if you get it, so if you can get all those things, I don't think you should be able to mandate a a vaccine that's super authoritarian. And I also believe lockdowns are authoritarian.